Alright, testing. I think it's working now. So, this is just a quick video to lay out some of my thoughts and kind of organize them within my head, I suppose. I have a improvised recording setup here. It's not capturing any game audio. I don't know why, it just doesn't want to, but that's fine. This video isn't important. So this is SC2. I've played this game for quite a while. I've actually almost 100% completed it, but I'm painfully stuck on this part where I have to win 1,000 team games with all of the races. So that's 3,000 in reality because 3 per race, and random also counts as the race. So if you play random and you get Protoss, then it counts as a win both for random and for Protoss. So in practice, it's 3,000 games, but it's 3,000 wins. So if you have a 50% win rate, it's 6,000 games. I find myself pretty frustrated, and my Zerg is lagging behind a bit. It's 57, this is 61. I find myself pretty frustrated with this for a number of reasons. For one thing, 2v2 games are just very frustrating. If you just try to play it like a normal game, it is essentially a dice roll because you have an ally who might do absolutely nothing, might be AFK, or might just like sit there, build an army, but then sit there while you get attacked and not do anything. So if you try to play a long game, you could just end up wasting 30 minutes of your life on a game that you never had a chance of winning because your ally was just gonna sit there and do nothing. This isn't me, bashing anyone. This is just how I've experienced it. Nor am I saying that I'm like a grand and amazing player or anything. I'm just like, this is how it's been going for me, and what I'm saying is that's not fun at all. And also, if you have to do it 6,000 times, it's just not possible to, play an hour-long game 6,000 times. I feel like that's not reasonable to expect that of someone. But it's in reality, it's worse because I've been trying for about an hour now to find a way to mute the chat, and there's just no function to do that. So, like, the very least that I would want to do is just like purely focus on myself and grind it out. But I can't even do that because the chat mute function just does not work. So there's no, hold on. There is an option for social in here, but there's no option to just mute chats, and there's a mute function in game, but it just doesn't work, at least not for me. When I mute people, the chat still displays. So I don't know if this is a bug. I don't know if this is an issue everyone has, or if it's an issue me has. That's very good English. An issue that I have. I tried to mute the chat in the web page of the settings. I'm not going to show you the web page because it has private information, but there is an option to like disable chat, but that doesn't work either. And there is an option in parental settings to mute your accounts, quote unquote. And you have to like set up a secondary email address and then send a code to that email address, and then in theory it's supposed to completely disable all social features, but even that doesn't work for me. So I just can't mute the chat. So yeah, I can't even do that. And another problem that I'm having, this is my match history, by the way. It's 1 win, whole lot of losses, and this was 8 months ago when I got so frustrated that I quit for 8 months. Another problem that I have is even if you win, it sometimes doesn't even count for this. So I believe, from what I can gather, if any one of your opponents, even if it's one leaves and the other stays, if any one of your opponents leave before the 2 minute and 50 seconds mark, then the game just does not count for whatever reason. They just say, no, this one doesn't count. Which is frustrating because obviously you have no control over that, but it also means any build that you try to do has to be tailored to make them leave after 2 minutes 50 seconds. But I just aim for 3 minutes just to be certain, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I don't know why that is a feature. It wasn't a feature in 1v1. This really didn't even take me that long. It was just a whole lot of trying builds. It was pretty fun. I liked this a decent amount, but this is just making me incredibly frustrated. There was one more thing I wanted to say. I can't remember. Okay, well, I guess that was it then. If you have an idea for how I could be doing this better, I'm probably gonna quit for another 8 months after this. If you do have an idea for how I can do this better, do comment it. I'm not just saying that to try to boost engagement or whatever. I am actually genuinely like, if you do have a good idea on how I can approach this better, then do comment it. This is just a random video, so obviously nobody's gonna watch it, but it's mainly just me putting my thoughts in order, and when I return to this in 8 months, I can review this and see what my current state of mind was, and maybe I'll have a better idea back then at that point. I don't know.